What's up, guys? How are you? Happy Monday. Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault. You guys can go and follow me on all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. It's been a bad month for the haters. I don't know what's gotten into some people. This is when I know we're winning, because the trolls start to come out in the comment section and they start saying a lot of stupid stuff like, I don't bet with my own money, that I'm giving the plays from somebody else, that I don't know ball, whatever you guys need to get into, because you're getting nervous, right? Because a lot of you guys who are in the content space, if I'm winning consistently, giving out free plays consistently, it makes it really hard on you guys who sell picks, It makes it difficult on you guys. So you go get your burner accounts and you go write stupid stuff in the comment section because you're nervous and you're like, oh my gosh, this is free. He's giving out winners 2-1 every day, basically, and it's free. And there's no cost ever to it. I know that's kind of scary. So you got to be a little negative, and you get all nervous, and you get all worried when we have days like yesterday. I mean, we lose the Braves and the Padres. They both lost. Doesn't matter if one loses. They both lost. We lost a unit there, but the Stars win easily. Denver covers. We actually middled that. We didn't just hit that. We middled that. We got Denver +5, or Denver lost by 5, and we took OKC +2 in the third quarter. Somebody said speaking of the comment section, somebody said, I'm really tired of him talking about the Discord channel. You guys understand what the Discord channel is about, right? So you don't have to be in the Discord channel, but don't you dare talk about, I'm so tired of the Discord channel, because the whole point of the Discord channel is to take the community that we have here for both the audio and video and to allow all of us to communicate. Name to faces in a way, right? Handles and conversations about what's going on. So that's the purpose. We've just gone over 60,000 users on our Discord channel. 60,000. So this is not a small community of people who are getting together. If you don't want to be a part of it, that's on you. Okay, you don't have to be a part of it. But people who are in there are making money because I'm giving them extra plays from this podcast. So if you don't want to be part of the Discord channel, that's fine. Keep your mouth shut. Quiet. Because there's plenty of people who want to be a part of it. If you want to be a part of it, it's easy. It's free. Just like everything else. It's free. BettingPros.com/chat. That's what you put into your little Google machine, and it gives you the link. And you come right in, go to the Daily Juice part of it, and you will see me in there every single day, talking about picks, plays, live plays, plays I'm betting, UFC picks, baseball picks, consistently. Things I'm betting, things I'm looking at, things I'm trying to eyeball, all the time. You can ask me questions in there. I answer questions. I don't really answer. I kind of comment a little bit on the comment section on the YouTube channel, but not consistently. I'm not like in there all the time, for good reason, because, well, you guys have some issues in the comment section, which I find to be quite comical. But again, this is why I have said my dream is to have a billboard on the Las Vegas Strip that says, Matt, your picks suck. Because the more often that you guys write that junk, the nonsense that's in the comment section, you know, he doesn't know ball, or that's a horrible bet, whatever, 80% of the time, it's undocumented, but it's pretty close. That 8 out of 10 times when somebody talks crap about the bet cashes. So like someone's telling me that I am crazy for taking 7 points with Denver. Okay, what happened? Denver lost by 5. That's gambling. Okay, that's what you got to go against the grain sometimes. You go against what everyone else is saying sometimes, just because. So if you don't like it, it's totally up to you. If you're too scared to pull the trigger, it's totally up to you. But we're up about 15 units on the year, and we are way up April and May, like way up in April and May. Basketball has been tremendous for us. I mean, basketball is ridiculous at the moment. We are, let me see, NBA basketball, We're like 35-19 in NBA basketball. That's over 65% in the NBA this year. So, I don't know. Those are all free plays. Same thing with the player props. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This is all free. So, I got 4 plays for us today here on a Monday. I'm feeling a little squirrely. I made these bets personally over the weekend. I'm going to make them again for the Celtics and the Knicks. I got a hockey play that's pretty much a wash and repeat hockey play, and I'll explain what's going on for baseball here in just one second. But first, let me tell you about our friends at FanDuel. Have you guys taken advantage of this offer yet? FanDuel wants to boost your bets. New FanDuel customers can bet $5 and win $250 in bonus bets if your first bet hits. Just head over to bettingpros.com/FanDuel to get started. That's bettingpros.com/FanDuel and make your plays today on FanDuel. Additionally, remember that we still have the playoff prop contest going on right now. It is still free. It's still going on. And you make player prop picks and compete for NBA signed jerseys. This round, it's a autographed Tony Parker Spurs jersey. The grand prize is going to be a signed Allen Iverson jersey. To join, it's easy. Just go over to bettingpros.com/playoffs or go to the Betting Pros app and you can see the link that will take you right there to join the playoff prop contest with the Tony Parker signed jersey for round 2 and the Allen Iverson grand prize yet to be awarded at some point later on during the NBA Finals for the AI jersey. But this round, it's Tony Parker. Go there, bettingpros.com/playoffs, and enter for free for the playoff prop contest. Okay, let's tell you about baseball. So the Rockies won yesterday, and then they fired Bud Black. They fired their manager. So Dead Cat Bounce would say, you're going to bet on the Rockies today. Here's the problem. The Rockies are on the road against the Rangers. The Rockies are the worst team in baseball on the road, and they just won. It's really weird. They had lost so many games in a row. They had already premeditated. It didn't matter what had happened for the Rockies against the Padres. On Sunday, they were firing their manager before they left on the road trip. So they win, they beat the Padres, and then they fired Bud Black. Dead Cat Bounce would be you take the Rockies today. Can't really do it. So the other play would be to fade the Pirates today. Well, it's Skeens Day. Skeens are against the Mets. The Mets are the best team in baseball at home. So if you want to follow the theory, and I'm not going to make it official, but a Texas Rangers, New York Mets 2-leg moneyline parlay would be the bet. That's the play. If you want to talk about, what's the baseball play today, Matt, that would be what I would recommend. That 2-leg moneyline parlay. Will it hit? I don't know. Again, the thought would be to bet the Rockies today, not bet against the Rockies today. And then you're going up against Paul Skeens, and you're going to go ahead and fade Paul Skeens. The Mets are favored. Peterson going for the Mets. He's not horrible, but it's Skeens, and the Pirates just won yesterday. But that is a plus 131 parlay at FanDuel if you want to do a Mets and Rangers 2-leg moneyline parlay for baseball, if that's what you're so inclined to do. I'm not betting anything today for baseball. Instead, I have 2 bets going for the NBA. Let's start, actually 3 bets in the NBA. Let's start with the Celtics and the Knicks. So Boston is a 6.5-point favorite. Celtics play really well in the first quarter. They play really well in the first half. Their team total is 54.5. They scored 71 in Game 3. I don't think they score 71, but I do think they come out with the same urgency and intensity, and I do think the 3-point shots they hit in Game 3, they're going to hit in Game 4. Now, the Knicks may play better defense, and the Knicks may come out and hit more threes of their own, and the Knicks, after losing Game 3, sure as heck know that if they lose Game 4, they're in real trouble because it's a best of 3, and Boston has home court advantage, and they just need to win their home games, and Boston will win the series. So there's going to be a huge sense of urgency for New York as well. However, it's only 1.5. Celtics in the first quarter at 1.5. It was 2.5 on Saturday, and they got there easily. It's 1.5 now after the first quarter, and I think it's the right play. Boston to be leading after the first quarter, but you can even wait and see if it drops down to 1, but it's 1.5. I bet it. Celtics to be up by a bucket after the first quarter for 1.1 units. And then I'm going to take the first half team total. Okay. We bet it for officially for game 1 and game 2. It missed. I bet it unofficially in game 3. It hit. I'm going to come back and bet it officially now in game 4. Now, if it misses again, that probably would mean I'm going to bet it unofficially for the rest of the series. But I do think 54.5, even though it's juiced to a minus 120, I do think Boston scores 55 points. I don't think they're going to score 71 points, but I do think they score 55 points or more here in the first half. And look, they scored a ton of points in the first quarter. So if they shoot again really well in the first quarter, and most likely if they cover the first quarter number, we're going to go over 54.5. So it's somewhat correlated between the two. Celtics first quarter, minus 1.5 against the Knicks. Celtics first half team total over 54.5 at minus 120. Those are our two bets going for that game. I don't want to touch the second half. Boston very well could win the game by 100. They won game 3 by 24 points. I don't think it's a blowout. It would be Boston's the better team. When Boston hits threes, Boston's ceiling is way higher than the Knicks' ceiling. When Boston plays their A game, they're not losing to the Knicks. If they play their B-plus game, they're not losing to the Knicks. So as long as Boston plays the way they're capable of, and we see the threes going down early, Boston wins the game. Do they cover? Most likely, but I think, as we've seen in the last 2 NBA games, Warriors covered, T-Wolves won. I guess the last 2 of the last 3, because the Cavaliers got destroyed by Indiana. But the Nuggets lost but covered. The Warriors lost but covered. Cavaliers just lost, and they're pretty much done. Like they're down 3-1, and Donovan Mitchell missed the whole second half because he's hurt. So bad for Cleveland right now with the Cavaliers. If Boston can win game 4, I think they're in the driver's seat to win. But the winner of Boston and New York very well might wind up in the NBA Finals. So not totally discounting Indiana, but surprising to see Indiana up 3-1 here on the Cavalier team that was the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. The hockey bet today is just a rinse and repeat. I'm not doing anything differently. I'm betting under 5.5 for Washington and Carolina. We are 3-0 betting it, and we're just going to bet it again. At some point, the books are going to hang a 5, but it's 5.5. It's minus 120. I'm just going to keep on betting it. I don't know how these teams play otherwise. Carolina destroyed the Capitals last game. They won 4-0. It's been 2-1, 3-1, 4-0. We haven't even seen 5 goals be scored yet in one of these games, and yet 5.5 keeps on getting hung by the books. Until they do anything differently, I'm just going to come in and and bet under 5.5 and just ride it. The Golden Knights in Edmonton play in the later part. If Skinner is the goalie, I would bet over in that game. But I don't know. We don't know the goaltenders yet for Edmonton, so whoever's playing for Edmonton matters. If they get Pickard back, then I think you could bet the under 6.5. But huge game for Vegas after stealing game 3. They're dogs again to Edmonton. I lean towards Vegas to win the game and to even up their series, but nothing official on that game. I'll have some personal plays on that, but nothing official for Edmonton and Vegas, but official under 5.5 for the Hurricanes and the Capitals here tonight in the NHL. And then one more bet in the NBA. I'm going to go back to the Warriors and the Timberwolves. The total is 199.5. I think this is too low. I really think when you break this down, when we're going under 200 points for these teams, I know that we've seen a really low-scoring series, and I know that you could make a pretty strong play here and say this game's going to go under 199, but you're looking at 99.88 in game 1. Fine, that would be under. But then 117.93, that would fly over. And then 102.97 is, right up against it here with the total was 201.5, and we fall 199. And that was really with a pretty poor fourth quarter for the Golden State Warriors. They only scored, and really a poor first half. They only scored 42 points in the first half. I find that hard to believe. I mean, heck, the Timberwolves scored 19 points in the second quarter. So I expect both teams to be better offensively here tonight. And I just think 199.5 is so low. I'm just going to bet the over 199.5 for the Warriors and the Timberwolves here for 1.1 units. Okay, so plays for us here today. The Celtics -1.5 in the first quarter against the Knicks for 1.1 units. The Celtics team total in the first half over 54.5 at -120. Washington and Carolina under 5.5 at -120. And the over 199.5 for Golden State in Minnesota at -110 for 1.1 units. It's been a very good month. Another coming off a very nice winning week last week, up over about 4 units. Last week, let's keep it rolling here for another week in the month of May. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.